I hit it. How's everybody doing? Texted my dad back because you guys know the game. It's not a game, but my dad always texts me twice a day to tell me he's okay. So I am replying back to his text. See if we can't get you guys a little bit more. Is that good? We're going with it. Lily, how are you, my friend? Thank you for coming over from the other channel, AMS. Thank you so much for coming over. Yes, you guys, we hit 700 subscribers on this channel, and I am very, very thankful for that. So I figured I better come on and say a little thank you to all of you guys for being here, because for every one of you guys who has subscribed, that's how you helped me reach that 700 subscriber goal. What is up, Adrian? Adrian is at Cozy Home Life, you guys. And if you have not watched her, I strongly suggest that you do, because this woman's home is beautiful. She has a pool. All right, she has a pool. All right, and it's just really, really lovely. And the way that she cooks and the way that her home is styled is just chef's kiss. It's everything you ever wanted, right? It's like Better Homes and Gardens meets the coolest Southern lady you've ever seen. So if you haven't checked out Adrian at Cozy Home Life, please do so. Ams is saying hello to Lily. Lily's still coloring. Congrats. Hi, Cozy and Aaron. Yes, yes. Donzel. Donzel's in the house? Donzel's in the house. Donzel's in the house. Donzel's in the house. Well, welcome here to this channel, Donzel. I appreciate you coming with us over here, and thank you for the congratulations. Yes, we did hit that 700 mark, and I am very grateful for that, because that means we just have 300 to go till we hit our threshold of 1,000. So that is something I am very excited about. Oh no, I think we must have gotten rid of my paper teasy. Baby pants? Okay. Well, no, just because, you know, the humidity here is crazy. Adrian is saying, hey sis, Phil. Hey everyone. Wow, thank you. Yeah, exactly. I was watching your video, Adrian, where you were, I don't know if it was the live, thank you, sweets. I don't know if it was a live or a pre-done video, but you were making an omelet is what it was. And I really loved it. Thank you. I love these. I love these like stemless kind of wine glasses. Even if I'm just drinking water out of it, it makes me feel so fancy. You know, it's a very fancy situation going on. I really, really appreciate that. I feel like whenever I set my shots for these lives, I always feel like I'm like so here with the comments. Like I think you're supposed to set them and you're like more focal, if that makes sense, but this is what we got today, you guys, so hopefully you guys can bear with me. But as I asked on my other channel, what do you guys think about my backdrop here? I just changed my backspace here. I put up those pictures. One of them, I think they were both in my kitchen, and I did that so that this wonderful DIY that's going to be released on my other channel on Saturday had a better focal point. There was just one piece behind me before, and I felt like it was a little monotonous with the lamp. So I wanted to go with a two-piece that kind of guided up to the lamp. So that's what I changed up a little bit. Hopefully you guys like that. Donzel saying, hey to A-Train. Adrian saying, beautiful glass. Yep, 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 yes. Thank you. Yeah, that glass is gorgeous. I appreciate that. Perfect. Loving the backdrop. Thank you, Adrian. Yes. You know what I'm talking about, Adrian. Adrian is like me. Adrian will change out a vignette, a room in a hot, quick minute. Those of us who I think make things and who like to decorate, if you come to our home, it may not be the same home twice. I feel like if you walked into Adrian's home, it would not be the same every time you walked in. It would be it would look different. Because I think that's just, you know, people who like to decorate, people who like just kind of changing their space to kind of match their vibe or the season or whatever. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. Anywho, I was up this morning, you guys, at Target, shooting the footage for Saturday's video. I found some really cool stuff, so I can't wait to show you guys that, or have you guys be able to kind of see that shop with us video. It is I think I did a very cool walkthrough today. I saw some really cool stuff. Adrian's like, I have a problem. Me too, Adrian. Me too. Aaron almost always knows that if we have been in a space or my decorations have been there for about 6 or 7 months, I'm going to change it. Probably every 6 or 7 months. Even if it's just a simple change, like I take out a chair, put in another chair, or I change the plants, or I change the art, or I change my pillow covers. That sounds like a lot, right? But I do like changing the space. I think it's really important. I don't know. For me, it keeps the space feeling lively. Does that make sense? Like I feel like I would get really tired if I was in the same space and it looked the same. If that makes sense. Loving Target. Yes. Decorating stresses me out. That's fair. If it's something that you really thrive on though, like Adrian maybe and I do, like it doesn't stress me out. I find it just incredibly relaxing, and I love that feeling when I've decorated a room and it's just turned out exactly like I wanted. Me too, Adrian. You ain't the only one. What is up? Ray the Right Miller has showed up. I appreciate you for being here, Ray. And nobody, please do me a favor, you guys. Never tell Ray that his picture is cute. Never do that. Never. If you want to be friends with me, don't ever tell Ray that he's cute, and don't ever call him number 1 on this channel or the other channel, because we'll never hear the end of it, ever. What's Lily saying? Because it makes me feel like the space is cluttered. Fair enough. I am more of a minimalist. So like even in this room, a lot of plants, obviously, but there's nothing really in here but this chair. And I like that, right? I don't do well in spaces that have a lot of stuff in them, but I have seen people decorate homes and rooms where there's a lot in them. They're maximalists and it still comes out looking good, but I am a minimalist. I need it to just be just the stuff that I need and nothing else. Like that's where I feel the most comfortable. My shoe is way the hell over here, you guys. Oh, y'all just got kicked. You guys just, oh my God. And then I kicked you some more. You guys just got kicked all over the place. Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay after I kicked you like crazy? Like somebody let me know that you guys are still here with me and you didn't get kicked around. I would have to have an empty space and it has to be perfectly symmetrical. Fair enough. You know what, Lily? You ain't wrong for that. I mean, if I'm being straight up honest, I like squares more than I like circles. I am not, if you look at a lot of my decor, it's a lot of clean lines. I don't do really well with tons of patterns. I don't do really well with a lot of colors. I like classic style, I think, in my opinion. Adrian says, right, Lily, when a room is cluttered, it's time to declutter, which is a pleasure to do, then you can breathe. Yes, I can't work in a cluttered space. I would not be able to really live in a cluttered space. I don't think I could do it. Oh, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. We're good. Okay. After you guys just got kicked. I'm glad to hear it. It's so funny, you guys. I was live on my DIY channel, which is, of course, what would you say at this point, babe? Is that a 10 times? 10 times more subscribers than are on this channel? And it was funny because that live was lively as all get out. But this channel is a much smaller channel, and my lives here tend to be very relaxed. And it's playing out right here, right now, because this is about as relaxed of a live as we can get. Something's been moved. Yeah. I'm not necessarily that bad, but and not to say that that's bad, but I am very specific. There are certain spaces like my office. Do not come in my office trying to move stuff around. I am not going to be okay with that. When it comes to my office, everything in there is positioned exactly like I need it to be. Does that make sense? I would not be comfortable with people coming in my office to do weird stuff. I'm going to try to lower you guys a little bit so that you kind of get more of me in your face. Because everybody wants that, right? Just more of me in your face? Not really. That's a great question, Adrian. Let me see if I can help you or help myself tell you what is working and what is not. Honestly, if I had to be for real, I feel like some things are going in the right direction, but I feel like some things are not, right? Like ultimately, I have one video, like actual edited, recorded video that made 700, I think it was like 689 some odd views, and that's it. Now, for a channel this size, that I've only had up this long, that is not bad, but I was really hoping hitting it with the knowledge of already having a channel would have created a scenario in which I was moving quicker than I'm moving, right? So I'm good with the subscriber count, and I'm even good with my watch time hours, but I wish that the videos, like the actual long form content that I'm putting out, was getting more views, right? So I need to find some way to be able to connect people to those videos, because my shorts are doing crazy, right? I've got shorts out here that are on this channel that are like, I think, let me see if I can figure it out on my phone, but we've got a lot of short action happening, and we've got some good lives out there. But I think what really makes or breaks you, if that helps, Adrian, is trying to make sure you get views on those edited videos, because that ultimately, once you reach the partner program, those are how you get paid. So it's really important that those videos are actually getting views. Thank you guys so much for coming in and putting your thumbs up, and also thank you for subscribing if you haven't already. Lily is saying, sometimes I'll come and clean my room. Woo! So now she doesn't come in my space. That's funny, Lily, but I totally understand. It's possible those interested in DIY are not a fan of food. That might be true too, Lily. That may be true. Kanini, how are you? We love people and your arts too. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. And thank you so much for throwing your thumbs up. And thank you so much for subscribing. You are greatly appreciated. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what I had a short that had done really, really well. But again, you guys, the shorts and the shorts and the lives, cool, right? It's cool to get views on that, because anything that you put forth energy on the platform, you're definitely going to want to get something that says that you're doing it right. So I like that my shorts get views. I like that my lives get views. That's great. But ultimately, when you're in the partner program, you want to have the videos, right? The ones you edit, get the play, because that's how you get paid, right? And you want to get paid somewhat for your work. At least I do, right? Simone, how are you? Simone was on the live on my other channel and came here to hang out with us. That is so cool. When you guys follow from one channel to the next, makes your girl's heart beat, because I really love that about you guys, that you're willing to support on all these channels. Lily said, a lot of people I do believe are having the same problem with not getting views on the long form content. I think that's very true too, Lily. And I think it partly is because they're pushing shorts so much, and there's so much vertical live, right? So if people are watching vertical lives a lot and they're watching shorts a lot, especially because I think they're training people to have a shorter attention span as well, it's harder for them to want to sit still for your 5-minute, 10-minute cooking situation or whatever. So I think that's a good point, Lily. That's a good point. I love everything I see. The chair, the necklace, the flowers, not forgetting the hose. Thank you, Kanini. I appreciate that. Yes, I picked this up. This necklace is actually a thrifted piece. If you guys know me, I only wear costume jewelry. I don't actually like real jewelry. The only real jewelry I have is my wedding band, and I never wear my engagement ring ever. I don't know why, I just don't. Very simple in that way, but yeah, I thrifted this piece. I love stuff like this. But thank you so much, Kanini, for saying that. And obviously, you guys know the DIYs. That directly behind me is a DIY on my other channel. Lily is saying hello to Simone and Kanini. Thank you so much, Lily, for being so welcoming. You gotta take a call? Yeah. Sweet. Juba, how are you doing? Am I saying that right? Is it Juba or Java? Because I like either one. But hopefully I'm saying that correctly. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for coming in. It looks like you guys are throwing your thumbs up, so I appreciate you. Yes. You guys are coming in and making your girl feel good, and I appreciate that. Continue to hang out with us. I beg you. Sorry. I'm stuck on it now. I can't do anything but say I beg you. I was saying all sorts of stuff. I was saying we bego. Once I find something that I like, I will put my own variations and spins on it, and then I will say it and say it and say it. So anyway, you guys, I was trying to figure out where my short was that I was gonna tell you guys most viewed. Let's do that. So, okay, so my most viewed short was 2,000 views, and that was 3 months ago. Keep in mind the channel's only been up since January, so that makes sense. And that was 2,000. Well, hold on, wait. That doesn't make any sense. Clearly their filtering didn't make any sense because it said most views, and they put my 2,000 at the top, but then right underneath it is one for 4.5 thousand. So clearly, as my mother would say, something is rotten in Denmark, if you know what I'm talking about. Like the video, comment, share, and subscribe. I beg-o. Thank you, Kanini, for giving me an opportunity to say I beg-o. But yes, please do all of those things, you guys. You're greatly, greatly appreciated. Simone giving Kanini blessings. I appreciate that. Yeah, clearly that was out of order, you guys, because 4.5 is thousand is what I'm seeing as the highest short view on this channel so far. If you hear a person talking in the back, that's A-Train, my husband is working. And so I think he had to take a call. So if you hear that, that is what you are listening to. Is the sound of A-Train's deep and soothing half Nigerian voice giving you guys the ins and outs. Yep, so the highest short I've had on this channel is 4.5 thousand views, which I think is pretty good. I would love to have had a full-length video on this channel that have 4.5 thousand views, but that's much more difficult to do, but we will get there. We will get there. It's just going to take a minute for us to build ourselves and our community up, right? Hello, much love to each and everyone in the house. Yes, you guys are way too sweet. And everybody's got the good emojis. Which one is that? Huh, I don't think I've ever seen that one before. It's crazy how many different emojis there are. Am I losing my mind, you guys? Or is there just a freaking cavalcade of crazy emojis that I don't know anything about? Sometimes things might be out of order on the streets of YT. You ain't never lied, Lily. Sometimes the streets of YT are out of order. Thank you very much, including some peeps. Now that is, you ain't never lied for that. As somebody, because obviously, like I said, this is my newer channel, but as somebody who's been on YT for 2.5, 3 years, there's still stuff I don't understand. There's still stuff I don't know. There's still stuff that I'm still learning. Obviously, part of that is because there's so many elements to this process, but also things keep getting added, right? Because now there's this community situation, and I haven't even fully understood that. If there is anybody on the live who has a YouTube channel, which I realize a lot of people do, are you guys using your community situation? I don't even know what it's called. Are we calling it a tab? Is it a forum? Is it a room? What? So is there anybody on here who is actually utilizing their community situation? I would be interested in your thoughts and opinions on it. Have you been able to get your subscribers to interact with you on that space? Do you feel like it's got value? I would love to hear that. A lot of emoji action going on here. It's so different over on this side of street, you guys. It is very relaxed over here, which I love. But at some point, we're gonna have to get this side over here as hype as the side on my DIY channel. But anywho, I just wanted to pop on and say happy Thursday to you guys, and you know, do a little celebrati for the 700 subscribers, because let's be for real, it is not easy on these over flooded YT streets to find 700 people to ride with you. So I appreciate you guys all for being here. I appreciate you for thumbsing up. I appreciate you guys for hanging out for the ride and for watching the videos, right? Your girl's throat parched. Lisa said community tabs don't always tend to get engagement in my experience, but depends on who and what it is. That's a good point. I haven't really, like I said, figured it out. Okay, so what's Jiba saying? Okay, it's so nice when you have a community, what you have to build a community with your family members that love you and will support you. Exactly. No, I mean, that's why I'm okay with it being a slow process. Because it's like, I don't know, if everybody on here is familiar with Goga, but, you know, one of the things that I do is I will sit in, most of the time I'm working, but I'm listening while I work. And one of the things he was talking about, I think it was last week's session, is like, there are people who have these channels that seem relatively large, but when you look at their videos, say it's a channel that has 100,000 subscribers, but they put out a video and that video gets 5,000 views. In your mind, you think, well, they have 100,000 subscribers. Shouldn't they be able to get 100,000 views? Because 100,000 people said that they were interested in watching their content. Shouldn't that be enough? But it isn't, right? For a variety of different reasons. But yeah, there's a lot of disconnect, and I didn't and still don't know why that exists, right? But we're always trying to figure that out, right? Because I have 6,000 subscribers on my other, almost 7,000 on my other channel. Why is it that every time I put out a video, 7,000 people don't show up? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But that's the whole process of trying to figure things out. So I'm always trying to still keep learning because I just don't know. Like, what are the ways that people are engaging their viewers? What makes viewers hang out? What makes viewers watch your videos that are long form and not lives and not shorts? I don't know. But I do know that I find out more watching Goga, and that's very, very helpful. It's about engagement after all, not the subscribers. Exactly, right? Because there are people out here, once again, 100,000 subscribers, but when they put out a video, only a couple people show up. So it's like, I don't want that. I want a community of people who show up whatever it is that I'm doing, right? Because we're a community, and we do that. So that's what I want out of this channel for sure. Because I think it would be awesome to have a community of people who just showed up for lives, showed up for long form, showed up for whatever. Melissa says, you'll never get rid of me. I know, Melissa, and I am so very, very grateful for you on this channel and on my DIY channel, and I appreciate you for being a member over on that channel. Lily says, some people will connect but won't always get notifications, or they'll see something and not feel attracted to it. Now, that is very true. That is very, very true. You're not going to be able to catch people with every single video, so that is very, very true. And yeah, there's also the lack of notification, because you're right about that. It's weird, babe. When you open that door, like the flood of like almost like a very perfumey smell came through.
Oh, that's weird.
It smelled like my mom and the perfume counter at Macy's simultaneously. It's freaking me out a little bit. You didn't smell that? Because I don't wear perfume, you guys. I have allergies, so it's kind of odd. Is there maybe a candle? Maybe it was like an air pull, because like when you open the door, like the air came rushing in or something.
Yeah, maybe it's rolled some from the front of the room. Is there a scented candle up top there somewhere?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Lily says, Melissa, I say you connect, can't get rid of me, but not always true, because I can go on a hiatus. Not sure what's going on here right now. But yes, we would miss you. We would miss you. We would miss each and every person if they all of a sudden didn't show up. I miss you guys when I don't see you. And I know that people have commented about missing me when I don't go live. Just realistically, I don't always have the time to sit down and go live because, again, your girl's freaky busy. And honestly, starting midway through July, I'm going to be very busy. Like, crazy busy. Probably from the middle of July to the end of the year. But I'm going to do everything that I can to continue to be here with you guys and continue to show support to you guys, because you guys continue to show support to me. But your girl's going to be busy. It's going to be funny how busy it is, because I'm already tired. I'm not sure how to balance it, but we're going to get it balanced. Believe that. Okay, that's the way it's go. What you have to do and just keep on pushing. And chosen to believe in God, and one day you'll get there. Exactly. I love that. That is totally true. I think you got to keep going. There was something that I got from one of Helen's lives. And the Helen I'm referring to is Helen Akoya, for those of you guys who don't know. But how could you not know Helen Akoya? But when somebody came in and they said, you don't quit when you're tired. You quit when you are done. And I think that was about a month or two or something ago that I was in one of her lives and somebody said that. And it super stuck with me, and I've been like repeating it ever since, because it's so helpful, right? You don't quit when you're tired, you quit when you're done, because there's a difference between those two periods, right? And so, yeah, I think that's what my focus is on, is just trying to produce the best freaking, the most fun we can have. Trying to keep it entertaining for myself, keep it entertaining for you guys. we just keep pushing. You know, she's a baby channel. She's just a baby. And we're working it out. And I love that. What's going on here? It's hard with how, yeah, to always be consistent. I get it. But you know what? What you're doing is still good, Lily. Barb, hey. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for the congratulations. Woo, 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 woo. I feel pretty happy about having reached 700 at this point in the game. I think we're going to keep going. I'm pretty sure. And I think we're going to hit that 1K pretty quick. My goal and hope is to try to hit the 1K before like fall, because I've got some really cool content planned for you guys for the kind of the holiday months here in the US. And I would love to be able to have a nice, good sized community to share that stuff with, right? So I appreciate you guys for helping us build that community up. What's Lily saying? I wish YT will fix some of the things that are broken instead of introducing new things. Now that is for real, Lily. Hashtag true talk. That's for really real though, Lily. I love that. Lily, babies grow eventually in their own time. Exactly. Barb said, yes, girl, I was excited for you when I seen the notification. Yes, I'm very excited too, because again, I feel like you start a channel, you're not sure how it's gonna go. And I mean, let's be for real. Even though I'm at 700 right now, it could take me forever to reach 1K, right? But where we are right now, I'm good with. I'm good with the community, like I said, that we're building. I'm good with the things that I'm seeing. I've met so many different people. It's so crazy because the people I've met on this channel, totally different than the people on my DIY channel. The community that we're building, totally different community. And I really love that, because it's an opportunity to just spread my wings farther than the DIY channel and just associate myself with just, again, all different kinds of people. I'm learning all kinds of things. It's a really cool experience, you guys. Lily says, I feel guilty at times that I'm learning quick. Unifying when you're not feeling the best. Yeah, you need some energy to be able to engage others. You are not even kidding. You are not even kidding. You definitely need to have some energy, which is sometimes in short supply. Especially at our house, because, you know, reasons. But I keep myself energized largely because I have such a good circle of people on and off YT who are really uplifting. And I feel like that goes a long way, right? This is a hard journey to take if you're not going to have a support system. And lucky for me, my support system is pretty intense. I've got some pretty intense people on my team. And I love that. I love that. And a lot of really supportive family too. So that's what's up. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I just, again, wanted to make sure we went live on this, and I just wanted to mark it for myself so that I could look back on this later, and for you guys as well, that we did indeed hit 700 on this day. And I wanted to make sure that it did not pass without us acknowledging it. So I appreciate all of you guys for coming in and acknowledging it with me. I'm not going to make this video too long because I want to allow it to be short enough where people will be encouraged to watch it in the replay, right? If we make it a 2-hour video, if I make it a 1-hour video, it's unlikely people will watch it in the replay. So I'm going to keep this down to the 30-minute mark so that people, if they want to, can still come in and say that. Thank you, Simone. I appreciate you so very much. And I appreciate everybody who was on my other channel who then showed up here. And your girl was getting choked out. What in the world? Baby. Chokey McChokester. I don't know. Is something blowing in my face maybe? I have no idea, you guys. But your girl is getting choked out. So it's probably time for me to close it down anyway, because your girl's going to have to go drink a gigantic thing of water and unchoke herself. Now, I will say that part of it could be that we have a serious weather situation here. It's been like 103 degrees and skanky, put it that way, like really humid. So there's no telling what's blowing around, even a little bit. So I am going to say thank you again to those of you guys who are watching right now, and to those of you guys who are watching in the replay. Martins, how are you, my friend? You just showed up right as I was closing out. Did your spidey senses start tingling and you were like, I think BOK might be live. Let me come and say what's up. But yeah, unlike my girl, my wifey, AA Empire, who will go live and stay live for 17 hours straight. I am not going to do that. I beg you. I am definitely not going to do that. I am going to jump off of here. And Lily saying hello to Martins and bye, Martins. Hi and bye. But yes, I am going to go do a couple of edits, get myself together, get my mind right. All right, and drink some water because the back of your girl's throat feels like somebody rode down it. Does that make sense? Like on an old dusty bike. So I thought A-Train was getting me a water. Apparently that's not happening. Just kidding, no.
Did you ask for water?
No, I didn't, babe. You're fine. I'm about to call it and then I'll come in and get my own water, but that's very sweet of you for offering. After I coughed for 17 hours straight. Just kidding, no. It's all good. Anyway, you guys, I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you so much for putting your thumbs up on the video. Thank you to all of you who chose to subscribe during this live. And thank you for all the congratulations that are going to come in the replay. I'm sure we'll have more of these, you guys. Hopefully, gosh willing, our next one will be at 1K. And that will hopefully be sooner rather than later, right? Everybody have a good rest of their Thursday or Friday or whatever the heck day it is, wherever you are located, right? And thank you guys so much for being here. Bye!